Good morning, Darren Alf here from BicycleTouringPro.com. Just crawled out of my tent. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Tent, solar panel hanging in the sun. I'm going to retrieve my food bag, which I've kind of hung in a tree over here, away from my tent. It was a pretty good night. It got really cold this morning and I had to put my down jacket and beanie on for the first time on this entire bike trip, which is surprising because I'm not at the highest elevation. 2 nights ago I was really high and I thought it was going to be cold, but that wasn't the case. So I just put my bag in this tree, not very high up, but there it is. So the plan today is to pack everything up, get back onto the main road, and cycle for about, I don't know, 10 miles or so to the entrance of the Rocky Mountain National Park, I think it's called. And I have to pay to get in there just to go on the road, which I'm not excited about. And then I'm not sure if I can camp like I am out in the wild here in the park or not. There's only one campground in the park, and from what I read online it fills up pretty fast, and maybe it could be all reserved way in advance. So I don't know if I'll have a place to camp tonight inside the national park. And if I don't have a place to camp and they don't allow me to just roll off into the woods, that means that I have to bike through the entire park, which is up a giant 2,500 foot hill or something like that, from what I understand, all the way to Estes Park, which is about 60 miles away from here. So the plan is, if I can stay at the campground, I'll end up biking like 20-25 miles today. If I can't, I have to do the entire 60 miles up that giant hill in one day, and it's going to be a totally long and exhausting day. So it's either going to be a really short day or a really long day, and I'm not sure which. So I gotta pack up, eat a lot really quick, and get on the road. Here we go. Alright, so I made it out of the forest. I'm back on this country road for about 2 miles down to the main road, the main highway, and then I'll begin cycling north towards the national park. Alright, I'm on the main road now, heading north. I think it's about a 10-mile bike ride, gradually going uphill towards the entrance of Rocky Mountain National Park. There's the lake behind me. Alright, so 48 miles to Estes Park. My van's a little bit further than that, but and then here's the sign, entering Rocky Mountain National Park. So I'm not actually in the park. Well, I'm in the park right now, but I haven't paid the entrance fee yet. I think the toll booth is up here somewhere. But so far the shoulder is narrower than the public road. So that's not good. The road surface is good, but not as much room to bike in. Ooh, good colors. There's actually a big old moose sitting over here that the cars are driving past. Oh, it's an elk. I think You see him back there? There he is. He's standing up now. He's right in the middle of the screen. He's got some big antlers on him. So here's the sign saying do not approach wildlife, photographed from roadside. And the elk is like right here. It's hard to see, but he's way back there in the shade. The cars driving past can't see him, but I can see him. See, that's one of the advantages of bicycle touring is you're going slow enough that you can kind of look around and spot these animals that the drivers, they're having to pay so much attention to the road, hopefully, that they're not able to see those animals that are quite a ways off. So I was able to spot that elk when no one else was. This is cool. If it's this gradual the whole way up, well, it's not gradual, it's pretty steep, but if it's this steep, it won't be that bad. Hopefully it doesn't get too much steeper, but I think it does. All right, so 7-day pass, $35 to get in here. Jeez, it's ridiculous. Hopefully I know there's a discount for bicycles, but it's not much. It's like 20 bucks instead of 35, I think. Still very high.
Hello. Hello.
How much is it for me?
15.
Okay. Okay, so I paid $15 for a 1-day park pass. She said that I could, if I decide to stay overnight, I could just upgrade to the multi-day, which is $20 for 7 days in the park. But I think that means because I just paid for 1 day, I'm going to try to cycle the entire road today. I didn't ask her how far it was to the top. I should have asked her that. That would have been good information to know. But I think it's like 30 something miles to the top and then another 15 or something down into Estes Park. So 45 miles total. I'm looking for moose, I'm looking for bear, I'm looking for Bigfoot. Haven't seen anything yet, just one elk. So off to my left there is the Timber Creek campground. This is the only campground that I know of in the park on this road. There's no trees, no shade, no electricity. I don't know if there's even water. And it costs $26 a night. So I'm not gonna camp there. I'm just gonna ride my bike all the way to the top of the mountain and get out of this park by the end of today. $26 plus the $15 I paid to get in. $31. No, $41 it would cost if I camped there. Jeez, crazy. I can't do math when I'm going uphill. There was a sign right at the entrance to the campground there saying that there were bears in the area and to like lock up all your food and stuff. And I honestly am more scared of bears staying in established campgrounds like that than I am just like camping out in the middle of the woods, because bears learn that campgrounds equal food. And so I always get a little bit more scared when I'm camped in a campground with a whole bunch of people and they're, you know, igloos full of food just sitting out on the picnic tables, versus myself being in the forest somewhere by myself. Anyways, okay, now that I'm past the campground, the uphill section of my ride is going to begin, and I think it's going to get very, very steep. So the trick is, I think it's only about 16 miles from here to the top. There's some other little hills after that, but for the most part, 16 miles or so of very steep uphill climbing. My secret is to go very, very slow and take lots of breaks. I'm almost at the top. 1 mile to go. I am dying. Ah. All right, woo! I made it to the top. If it was 1 more mile, I don't think I would make it. I am beat. So right now it's 20 miles downhill. It's cold. All right, so that just about does it for my bicycle tour in the mountains of Colorado. Looking back at this entire bicycle tour now, I think my favorite moment of the entire trip was climbing up and over Rawlings Pass and being out there in nature, being on that dirty, rocky road. It was very, very hard. But one of the things that I have learned from my bicycle touring adventures all around the world over the last 19 years is that oftentimes the most difficult, scary, challenging moment on a bicycle tour are the best moments when you look back at the trip afterwards. And that was very much the case on this particular bike tour. Climbing up over Rawlings Pass and being out in nature, almost out of water and going up this very steep, very high road turned out to be the best part of the entire bicycle tour. Now, this bicycle tour has come to an end, but I am going to be doing more bicycle tours in the United States in the future. So if you could do me a big favor, leave a comment down below and let me know where you'd like to see me go bicycle touring in the United States in the future. I know a lot of you live in the US and you'd like to see me do more touring in the United States. So please give me your suggestions on where I should go bike touring in a future video series. Finally, for those of you who want to learn how to conduct your own bicycle touring adventures, whether that be in Colorado or anywhere else in the world, be sure to pick up a copy of my book, The Bicycle Touring Blueprint. This is a book that has helped thousands of people from all around the world learn how to conduct their own bicycle touring adventures. That's me on the back of the book, and I will teach you my bicycle touring secrets inside this 400-page guide. Everything I know about bicycle touring is in here, and this is the book that will answer all of your questions when it comes to planning, preparing for, and executing your own bicycle touring adventures. You can get it at bicycletouringpro.com/book or at biketourbook.com. Once again, guys, I am Darren Alf from bicycletouringpro.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you out on the road sometime soon. Bye-bye. Bye.